Dear John Green, the lunch lady was about to say the words. My first grade stomach sank. Tears welled in my impressionable eyes. My shoulders went up and my head went down. The words came spewing out of her mouth. You have to sit at the round table. 3 other kids and I sat paralyzed in utter silence, thinking that we would have to miss at least half of recess. For a little mistake, I thought over it. I was yelled at. I'd never been yelled at school. That is why my stomach sank. I almost cried, and I got as small as I could. This was me in first grade, realizing that not all teachers would like me. Years later, in the 7th grade, I read your book, Looking for Alaska. When I read the part where Miles gets kicked out of Dr. Hyde's class for not paying attention, this traumatizing memory of my first grade lunchroom came rushing back. When I read the part where Miles gets kicked out of Dr. Hyde's class for not paying attention, I thought we had the same feeling, the stomach twisting, I have failed you. You were my friend. You didn't like me. I betrayed you, and you betrayed me. A couple of years after, in my 3rd grade class, my class had a substitute. He told our whole class that we were all smart as each other. I simply did not believe him. I knew for a fact my older brother was smarter than me, and he always had been. I went right up to him and told him just that. The sub said that someday I'd be just as smart as my older brother, my teacher, and all the kids in the class if I wanted to be. The first day Miles was in Dr. Hyde's class, I remember Dr. Hyde saying, "You may be smart, but I've been smart longer." This reminded me of the very memorable conversation I had 4 years ago with the sub. In the book, I noticed that it was never Miles' idea to do anything. For example, in the beginning he was kind of told to smoke. He just kind of went along with it. Before the pre-prank happened, he had no idea what was going on. He is a follower. It never seemed to me that he disliked being a follower, but when I was a follower, I hated it. When I was in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, I would have an idea and my friends would quickly shoot it down. So I rapidly learned to follow. I would do things and agree with things I didn't think would be successful. As I got older, I stopped following as much and I stood up for my ideas. In the book, Miles is more respected when he stops following. His ideas are heard. I can connect with a lot of things in your book, but the most important idea that is everything is survivable. Whether it's changing schools, losing a friend, knowing every day you will forget someone or something, the characters in your book made me realize that everything is survivable. Sincerely, Aurora Trani.